Okay, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, or as I saw billboards in Chicago, HP 7.1. Okay, I have not read the book, like previous Harry Potter reviews, I've not read the book. However, if you have not seen any of the previous movies, you're gonna get lost really, really fast in this movie. There's almost no attempt to get you up to speed with anything that's going on. You're given like a sentence every now and then. That's about it. If you can't take a sentence you heard once and one you heard like 20 minutes ago, connect the two, you can get lost really quick in this movie. Now I've only seen from Goblet of Fire on up, so whatever happened in the first 3 movies, I kind of have to piece together. Now of course, knowing the people who played your 3 principal roles, you know, Harry, Hermione, and Ron, they've been doing these characters for about a decade now. So they come off beautifully well at this. This movie has lots of drama. This has more of like drama, suspense, thriller aspects to it with supernatural intent than it really does being like a high action movie. That's my only real big complaint with that. Is you go from like headache-inducing explosion action adventure sequences that are done beautifully well to like real long drama sequences. And then all of a sudden you go with like a burst of action again, and then a long drama sequence. It feels like it's 2 movies kind of put together to make one. You've got the high drama chase sequences. No, actually, you have the high action chase sequences, and then you have the moments of just essentially high drama that's done very well. This is a very well scripted movie, and it works very well. Everyone acts in a very unique characterization of everybody. Everybody is essentially different in some form or fashion. The moments which is the 3 principal characters is done well. They have phenomenal chemistry and it works. Special effects wise, there's not that much in this movie because you have primarily high drama. That's what the movie makes it kind of drag a little bit. For 2.5 hours, this is a legitimate 2.5 hours. When I left, my first thought was, you know, they probably could maybe trimmed 10 minutes out of that pretty easily and not have lost any of the effect. So what essentially is this about? Well, the last Harry Potter left up was Dumbledore being dead and Harry began his quest to destroy the Horcruxes. The Horcruxes need to be destroyed so that way then Voldemort, again, not a huge fan, the way his name is described using the English accent, it almost sounds like either one. They essentially attacked and kind of destroyed most of the good wizards. So you primarily have the Death Eaters or the evil wizards. The Ministry of Magic has pretty much been politically decimated. It's has to be taken over primarily by the villains. And everyone's trying to get after Harry Potter. So essentially you have an army of evil wizards and a constantly dwindling army of good wizards. Good wizards are entirely underground. Evil wizards are ruling the whole thing. Think kind of like Star Wars, where the bad guys are large and in charge, and the good guys are essentially fighting almost like a guerrilla war. Most of this actually takes place in the real world. So there's less fantasy elements. You know, you get to see them since you have a shootout in a coffee shop with their magic wands, as well as other battles that take place, you know, near homes, in forests. But you know, it's done beautifully well. Okay, this is actually a very amazingly well done movie. So again, Harry's trying to find the other Horcruxes, and then you're probably thinking, okay, how is that tied to the Deathly Hallows? Well, you're told about that. It's about 3 brothers who each kind of make deals with death. 1 for like the ultimate wand, 2 a resurrection stone, and 3 for cloak of invisibility, makes them invisible to death. As you can probably figure out, it's pretty easy to figure out how those 3 are going to probably factor into Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2 or HP 7.2. Essentially, Voldemort knows about them. He wants one thing. he wants the ultimate magic wand to use that to help him defeat Harry Potter. Because the wand Potter currently has, at the beginning of this movie, it like perfectly counterbalances, Voldemort's wand. They can wound, but they can't kill each other. So if he has the ultimate wand, he should be able to pretty easily kill Harry Potter. And that's kind of where it ends. It ends with him finally getting the ultimate wand, and Harry burying a friend of his. I'm not going to say who the friend is. I don't want to spoil that much of it. But it's good, it's entertaining. I liked it. Not being a huge fan of the books, I'm pretty sure, like Bob said, things read differently in a book than they actually get played out. Because you have a different set of eyes looking at it as opposed to just the writer doing it and the editor. So it's good, it's entertaining. If you don't know a lot about the first 6, it's probably going to be kind of difficult. In the previous ones, if you didn't see the previous movie, you could probably catch the speed pretty fast. It didn't really require that much information from previous movies. Do you need to see all 6 of them before you see this one? No. Just know about Horcruxes, know a little about some of the characters and their interactions. If you don't, this can get pretty far out pretty fast.